3% chance of explosion. Considering we launched an M1 with people on it, with like a coin toss of something going wrong, I think we'll be fine. Still, we haven't seen an M1 explosion. Pretty cool if we did. In reality, it was one of the largest non-nuclear explosions in history. I think it was only topped by that fertilizer plant exploding a couple of years ago. But yeah, we're fine. Awesome. Got upgrading Yenisei, because yeah, we're going to start launching some pretty damn heavy payloads towards Mars soon, so we're going to need to have that upper stage be reliable as possible. Right, so this looks to be a pretty bog standard affair. There we go. We need 14, 14, 14. But we need to do this 3 times, so we're going to need an extra 6, so we need 20 nav. We need an extra 3, so we need 17 comms. But as first turns go, that is fine. Passing some of these checks by the skin of our teeth, but that's all okay. Okay. So next, I guess focus on the nav that we need. There aren't any great sort of ratios here, if that makes any sense. If we do this, that should give us all the data we'll need to do a bunch of these, because all the most lucrative commands use a little bit of data. This is to 18. Okay. We need 20. We can get up to that next turn. Yeah. We need to resist that. Ooh, got an extra 2. Beautiful. That gives us the number we need, I think, doesn't it? Yeah, perfect. Okay. So we need to do this 3 times. So yeah, we need another 10 comms. That can be arranged. With or without using nav? I don't think so. We don't need a huge amount of nav, to be fair. See if we can get some without using any power. Okay, yeah, that works. That's perfect. Then all we have to do is this 3 times. And we're done. Okay, cool. Just double checking that it works. For some reason I thought we needed more comms. I had a little look and was like, oh no, no, we're fine. It's all good. Okay. 15, 14, yeah, cool. Resist all these. Ta-da! We're on our way. So we're getting into the, I guess the conceptual missions now, because this Mars sample return has not happened yet. Well, I mean, of course, you know, Soviet moon landing didn't happen either, but you know, that's like alternate history. This is getting into near future stuff now, which is really cool. Okay. Finished our Delta research, and Rosetta is finished. Look at that. Beautiful. Minus 50% build cost for level 0 vehicle parts. I don't know if we'll be using any. I think all of them have at least one. But Beyonski 2 is ready to go to Saturn. Optimal launch windows become suboptimal. Oh, no! That is a pain in the ass. I think we need to do have to do launch reliability training then, yeah, because we have to try and counteract that. Yeah, that's irritating. So we won't get any higher than 79%. Ah well, we'll launch in October. Cool. Philae needs a rocket. So, let's have a little look. It doesn't weigh a huge amount, actually, so we can use a wyvern. I think that's going to be the, I was going to say, cheapest way of doing it. We can do it on a zenith. Since when is the zenith so much cheaper than the wyvern? I thought they were identical. Oh, it's because of it's a level 0 part, right? Minus 50% build cost for level 0 parts. I am glad we researched it now. That makes the Centaur G even better, but not quite as reliable. We'll go with the Zenith then. DCSS. Oh, it doesn't cost that much more, but it is even more reliable than that. But it's a fair bit heavier. So, do we want to pay a little bit extra for it? Yeah, I think we'll go for it. See if we can boost the amount of science this thing gets instead. Okay. Oh, so close to this beauty. So close. But not quite yet. Okay. Are any of these level 0? No, I don't think so. I guess the Titan 4 is, isn't it? Yeah. So the Zenith's going to cost a bit, but the Titan 4 will barely cost anything. And we've got the Delta 4 as well. So either of these we could use. The Delta 4, actually, is fine, I think. Its capacity is 24,000. Okay, so it needs some supplementary boosters, I think, for it to work. So if I select it, yeah, okay. How heavy is the DCSS upstage? It's 34,000. And the Delta 4 can lift 24, but it can lift 34,000 exactly if we add some boosters. And that's still, I think, cheaper. No, I haven't researched these supplementary boosters. That'd be a lot cheaper, damn it. I wish we'd research that. This is 1,000. That'd be 704. And really high reliability, actually. So, yeah, okay, cool. This debuff has actually made things quite interesting. So it actually ends up being pretty useful that we have researched all of these vehicle parts that I wasn't planning to use because they're all level 0. Okay. Upgrades. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Build it faster. If we do this, then we can definitely do science training, right? But it's already pretty high. Like, we get good weather conditions. We'll be fine. I think reducing the build cost would be better. Yeah, we have a lot of money. Let's do that. Won't take any chances. We'll build it a little bit faster as well. Just build it in-house. Rasputin. Well, this is Rosetta, isn't it? So we can call it Putin. Does that work? Putin. Yeah. Cool. Russian Rosetta. Putin. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Cool. Build it. That's a lot cheaper than it should be. Yeah, it's probably going to be the only launch of a Delta Heavy we're going to do in this playthrough. But, so close to the wyvern. Widespread water in Martian soil. It's detecting accessible water in several soil samples. 1,000 science. Oh, wonderful. Incredible. Okay, wyvern research. Yeah! State-of-the-art, innovative, fully reusable heavy lift rocket that can lift large payloads into Earth orbit and beyond. I do wonder if it would have been worth waiting for the wyvern and building Rosetta with it. But, nah, I think better to get it launched sooner rather than later. Check it out! Awesome. Right, I think we want this booster, don't we? Because it's going to be more reliable than the N1. More expensive, but I think for some of the other payloads, yeah. Let's finish this research. Or actually, we'll go for the Deep Space Network first. and save up for that. We've got a lot of long missions going on at the moment, so let's go for that. Because we can always do with the extra payload reliability. Okay. Sample mission. Phase 2. Just a simple course correction. Okay, we have to do this once. So we need 2 nav and we need 1 extra comms. That can be arranged. Oh god, it's fluctuating though. That's a little on the irritating side. And it starts at 2 and needs to be at 0. And everything requires 2 power. Ah. This might be a little on the problematic side. Right, let's spend a bunch of power just to start with and get some resources. Because all of these seem to require one or the other. And then that fixes our drift. Gives us most of the comms we need. Cool. See, an extra 5% payload reliability on all of our missions. Be really worth having. Okay, so we haven't actually drifted at all, which is great. We have 3 turns remaining. Let's get all the comms and the data we need. We need a lot of data. There's no ideal way to get those, really. Okay, that's going to offset our drift a bit, but we can correct for that. Okay, that's cool. Trying to save a bit of power. And generate resources using other resources. If you catch my drift. Okay, we need 7 more data. But we need to correct that drift as well. So we need a bit of nav and a bit of data. So we do that and that. That fixes the drift. Then we need 6 more data. And that's that done. And then boom, actually we can just finish it this turn. That's everything we need. Perfect. Let's do that. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. This is going rather well. We've got our Saturn flyby launch. And then, I think that's the final phase of the Grand Tour. I'm well excited for that. Okay. Irritating. This is probably the worst debuff you can get. Yeah, every launch window becomes suboptimal. You just can't get higher than 80 on your launch reliability. So we're in 2000. I didn't make a big deal of the fact that we're actually in the new millennium now. Although I guess that technically starts in 2001 if you want to be pedantic. Adequate conditions -4%. 75% launch reliability. Let's reschedule it. I'm going to take the gamble that the next launch window won't give us -4%. I just don't think that's worth it. Grand Tour is ready. And okay, we're going to try and launch this again. Okay, we have good conditions, so it pushes that... Ah, god damn it. Terrible conditions. Reschedule. Let's keep pushing it back. Cool. Right, and is this the final phase? It is! The final phase of the Grand Tour! We're finally visiting Pluto. And there it is! Oh, it's so adorable. It's got that little heart-shaped glacier as well. There it is, in all its glory. Right on the edge of the solar system. So there's no obvious solution leaping out to me here. We need a lot of these resources. There's no easy way of generating either of them. I think doing that and then using this to generate a bunch of navigation, and then doing this, and then you can use the excess heat. Once we have a little bit more nav. Let's be below 3, right? Okay. Do that. Yeah, that's okay for a first turn. But yeah, you got to be very careful balancing the heat, and output reduced by 1. Yeah, I'll accept that. Just be careful and keep an eye on the heat levels, because you've got to keep it within a very narrow tolerance. So I think we need to keep a bunch of power just in case any failure increases or decreases the amount of heat each command does. And that one's okay. So just be very, very careful about keeping enough power to make sure we don't fail the mission. I am absolutely terrified of just messing this up. I just want to get it completed, done and dusted, you know. Okay, that's doing pretty well for the amount of comms we need. We just need a lot more data. And this is seemingly the best way of generating that. Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay. Cool. Let's just comfortably get to that finish line. And get the bonus reward, that'd be great, but let's just not take any risks. Just want to get to this objective as soon as possible, so in case I do screw up the heat or something, and the mission ends early, we still complete it. Okay. So we need 9 more data. Okay, that is all the data we need. And we're fine on heat. Okay, we'll do that. Let's resist that. Okay. Come on. Little probe that could. We could just complete it now. Let's try and get to that bonus objective. We need 16 more comms, which isn't too hard to do once you have some power to do it with. Let's be below 3, right? So if we do that, that's too much. Okay. Maybe just recharge again, and then we can do this a bunch of times. Next turn? Yeah. Let's try that. Output will be increased by 1 heat. We have to resist that. Oh! See what I mean? See what I mean? You have to keep some power in reserve. If we didn't have 2 power in reserve, then we would have had the mission end. I mean, we still would have completed it, but this is what I'm paranoid about. Make sure we don't go below these objectives while going for this objective. Okay. Right, we need some heat to start with. Ah, no, I don't see us doing this, really. I don't know, so let's just do this a few times. Then... that and that. That's enough comms. Maybe this will work. Okay, let's see. Reduced by 2. Let's take the risk of accepting that. Reduced by 1. We'll accept that. Okay. Let's have a little look. We need 1 comms, 15 data. I thought this wouldn't work. I was just trying a random combination of things, and then suddenly I realized that we'd hit the objective. We got 1 extra comms, 2 extra data, no spare power though. There's no way of doing this without spending that power. Okay, let's try that. I doubt it'll work, but we'll give it a go. Be reduced by 2. Do we have 2 spare data or 1 spare data? I mean, either way, we can't resist it. I guess we'll find out. Did we have enough spare? I think we did! Oh, skin of our teeth! And there we go! The Grand Tour is finished. First and in all of its glory. Hell yes! Look at all that science. Beautiful. Got an achievement for that as well. Amazing. We finished the Grand Tour. And we did it first. That's great. We got any missions that we can... any milestone missions we can be working on? I don't think so. I think we're working on all of them. All the ones we've researched anyway. Yeah. I think just save up for a building. See if there are any request missions that give us just money. There is. Diplomatic mission with an experimental payload. Bit of science. Joint with... Here we go. New dedicated space to our modular space station for scientific research. Joint with Japan. But really we just need money right now. What kind of mission is this? Astronaut recovery test. Is that just a single cosmonaut? It's just a Vostok mission.
A massive thank you to my patrons and donators for their generous support, and an extra special thank you to the Amazing Steak, Olaf Hammerhand, Madzor, Peter Lushtinets, Delta V, Axel Jensen, Dennis Klomp, Lady Lagsalot, Simone67, Scott Milligan, Harambe, Nicholas Popkus, Wather, Jagnath, Weir, Dreister, Jesse Smith, Lightning Gamer, Elmac, and Nobody Special.